Okay, I get so much criticism in the comments. I get so much criticism from people with so many more followers than me, with so much more money than me, with so many more PhDs and letters at the end of the name than me. I get so much criticism for these people for spreading fake news, where in the reality, I'm trying to spread the real truth. I'm trying to spread the message to not buy the ETF because the very people that are having you buy the ETF are the people spreading the fake news. It's extremely simple. It's extremely simple. Okay. Buy Bitcoin, hold it, self custody. Do not day trade. Do not leverage. Do not borrow against it. It is that simple. Buy it, store it, forget it. That's it. Don't go on FTX chasing yield. Don't do the paper ETF. Okay. Probably most ETFs are going to be fine for some period of time. However, if there are 1.8 million Bitcoin on exchanges, which we know there are because we all can verify that's the reality of what's going on here. Okay, again, the ETFs are claiming that they want to acquire almost all the Bitcoin on exchanges. Okay, and when there are two more Michael Saylor level entries, that is all the Bitcoin. What do you think is going to happen when Bitcoin price starts ripping? It goes past all these little tiny expectations of 100,000 to 200,000. It just keeps going up and up and up on a vertical spike. What do you think is going to happen? People are going to panic. People are going to freak out and they're going to say, I don't really want this paper Bitcoin ETF anymore because I kind of want the underlying asset. Can I withdraw? No, you can withdraw in cash. Oh, and if there's a 10% move in Bitcoin, trading is going to be halted. We're going to halt trading if there's a 10% move on the Bitcoin ETF. And you can only withdraw cash from your Bitcoin ETF. And hopefully we don't go under, and hopefully we can manage our keys better than our Twitter account. It's extremely simple. Do not buy it. Do not recommend it. I know I might be pounding this over the head for the people that understand this message, but please hear what I'm saying. If you understand this message, hear what I'm saying and share it with your friends, because most people this upcoming Bitcoin cycle are going to get rug pulled from some sort of scam. Okay, FTX was not the end of corruption. It was the beginning. Next, we have the ETFs and the big banking battle with Bitcoin. After that, we probably have the nation state battle, which potentially could be the final event, the final hyperinflationary event in the early 2030s. Maybe not, maybe late 2030s. I don't know. I'm not going to predict that. Timing's impossible. The end result, I do believe, is inevitable because of feedback loops and game theory, but timing, who knows? Point is, at one point or the other, even if 90% of the ETFs survive the next 10 years, do you want to take a 10% gamble that you're going to lose your Bitcoin for your future generations? Do you want to do that? Okay. Do you want to take the guess that, of these 20 exchanges to choose from, I'm going to choose one of the right 14 ones because those other 6 are going to implode? Do you want to take that guess? Do you really want to be deciding between your ETF? Oh, this ETF charges a 0.8% fee and this ETF charges a 0.49% fee. So I'm going to arbitrage that 0.3%. No, it doesn't matter. Forget the fees. You're picking up pennies in front of a steamroller. Forget the fees. Buy the underlying. Stop trying to arbitrage between the two things. Go buy the real thing. Please, if you're watching this, get your coins out of Coinbase because there is so much money coming and it's going to demand all the coins away from Coinbase because, again, Coinbase is the custodian for the majority of the ETFs, for BlackRock, for these institutions. I will say, Fidelity, good on you for doing self-custody, but still that doesn't justify it because you're doing self-custody on behalf of your clients. But point is that people, you got to take self-custody. You got to take this seriously, okay? And I'm telling you, I'm seeing this explode in real time. People ask me, Luke, why do you talk about the Bitcoin advisor so much? Why do you talk about what you do? We don't care. We just want the content. Okay, fine. But the reality is most of you need to hear this. Again, what you want to hear versus what you need to hear is not the same. Most of you are going to realize, oh my goodness, when Bitcoin goes to $15 million a coin, I'm not prepared. I've got 3 Bitcoin. Am I prepared to have $45 million on a single seed phrase in my house safe? Are you ready for that? How many people have you told about Bitcoin? If Bitcoin were to go to $200,000, $500,000, $1 million, $5 million, or $15 million, that's a big problem when it comes to theft. If you've got a few $1,000,000 on a seed phrase in your house vault, safe, that's a big target for a lot of people. And unfortunately, the higher Bitcoin's price goes, the bigger target you're going to get. Okay, so please keep these things in mind. Okay, if you want to protect against theft, if you want to protect against the nation state attack, okay, because there will be nation state attacks. We saw that was China trying to ban their Bitcoin. I am an optimist in general, but you have to keep these things in mind. Okay, nation states are going to come after Bitcoin. What are they going to do? They're probably going to come after Coinbase, aka the ETFs, aka don't hold your Bitcoin in the ETF because you don't really own Bitcoin. But even if you self-custody, the nation state attack is a really important consideration you have to make. Okay, so how are you going to do that? Okay, how are you going to protect against that? Okay, and eventually, the nation state probability is a probability. The ETFs collapsing is a probability. Coinbase collapsing, all these things are probabilities. The certainty is that you're going to die. You got kids, you got grandkids, you got a spouse. Okay, do you have a wife? Ask your wife, ask your husband, ask your partner, whomever. If something were to happen, if I were to suddenly lose my memory, would you know how to help me recover my seed phrase? If they look at you like that, you're in trouble. If you ask your partner, if you ask your spouse, hey, if something happened to me, would you be able to get our Bitcoin to feed our kids? They look at you like that, you got a problem. Okay, please, if you need self-custody, if you're on an exchange and you're terrified to take self-custody, please do it now. Okay, I'm trying to help you guys with, 1 coin, 3 coins, half a coin, 5 coins. I don't care. I'm trying to help you guys get self-custody now in these vaults with 0 single point of failure now, because FASB rules have just been approved barely a month ago, because the ETF any moment now is going to get approved. Okay, I'm trying to help you guys do this now because the demand is coming. People tell me, oh, Luke, you're overpriced. Oh, Luke, why do you charge so much? And it's like, you don't understand. My rate is going up, and these people are coming in. Okay, politicians, low-ranking politicians, mayors or whatever. But these people message me. Okay, the average person that's going to be seeking these kinds of self-custody solutions. Okay, it's going to grow. It's going to go from everyday individuals, blue collar folks, to high net worth individuals and millionaires, to small companies, to large companies, to pension funds. Okay, the wall of money is going to get larger and larger and larger. And please do not underestimate the dramatic exponential curve that we are looking at here. Please get off zero. Buy some Bitcoin today. Are you ready for Bitcoin to go up dramatically? And these things, maybe we don't have $15 million Bitcoin for a long time, but by that long time occurs, it's going to be a $30 million Bitcoin. Okay, remember Hal Finney, back January 11th, so 15 years and 2 days ago from today, Hal Finney predicted a $10 million Bitcoin. 15 years and 2 days ago, a $10 million Bitcoin. That now is adjusted upwards to $27 million because of that fiat debasement. Okay, that doesn't make Michael Saylor's prediction sound so bold. If Michael Saylor could predict that Bitcoin's going to $15 million, make that prediction over a year ago in 2023, Hal Finney making that in the first week of Bitcoin's existence, the first Bitcoin user besides Satoshi himself, Hal Finney, if he could make that prediction, pretty interesting and compelling to me. So my point is, please, the takeaway from this video, don't believe the fake news from these people. Okay, they are telling you the ETF is approved. Actually, it's not. It's fake news. They're telling you the ETF is safe. It's regulated. It's just fine. No, it's not. Counterparty risk is never an acceptable risk when you have a bearer asset underlying. Okay, for other assets, it's an acceptable risk. For a bearer asset, with the volatility of Bitcoin, with the scarcity of Bitcoin, with the upcoming wall of demand, counterparty risk is never, never a safe, acceptable allocation. Besides some very, very, very tiny exceptions. Okay, I know I'll get hate for saying it, but it's true. For very tiny exceptions, but for the vast majority of you, get off zero, buy some Bitcoin, prepare for the upwards volatility. Consider, am I protected against the theft of my seed phrase? Am I protected? Have I taken care of my seed phrase perpetually, right? Like, I might have broken in your house, taken a picture of your seed phrase, and I might be sitting and waiting. You might think your wallet's safe because you put half a Bitcoin on it. What happens when you put another Bitcoin on it? Maybe I take it then. There was zero warning when it comes to theft. There was very little warning when it comes to the nation state attack. And then oftentimes, unfortunately, there's zero warning when it comes to death. And in Bitcoin's case with the ETF, apparently now it's just we can't trust Gary Gensler. There may be zero warning when the ETF is approved. So I don't know. Point is, get off zero, get your self-custody down. If you want help creating a multi-sig vault, please message me in the description below. I'll be more than happy to help you consider all the risks and trade-offs with your Bitcoin custody. And please take it seriously because the time is getting shorter and shorter. We're running out of time. Please do it now. Click the link in the description. Bye.